right, President is back. We have a brand new track here called Angel Wings. This is actually coming after their recently released EP, their debut EP, called King of Terrors. That was back in September, I believe. But yeah, the King of Terrors EP definitely had some hits, some misses as well. Definitely had some qualms with the overabundance of use of the vocal effects. I feel like that was the general consensus for a lot of listeners and a lot of the reaction channels out there as well. Vocal effects can definitely add to a song and put like a little accent mark to a song, you know, just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. But I mean, President, the way that they were overusing it was a little bit much. I can't remember the song name at the moment, but they did have one track on the EP that I can remember anyway. It's been a minute since I heard it, but they did have one track that kind of drew back and made it a little bit more raw feeling, which kind of reminded me of like early day Fight Star kind of sound. And yeah, I really was craving that kind of sound more or less from President, and I kind of hope that's what we get. I definitely am interested to see where we're going. But I also am going to hold a little bit of reservations of concern as well, because seeing that 90% of that EP had an overabundance of vocal effects and everything, and was probably the one thing that keeps me from going back to it a lot. I kind of hope, because I see we're probably heading towards an album at this point, that I kind of hope we are getting a more drawn back sound. I hope that they kind of listen to the fan criticism and, you know, reaction to it about the whole vocal effects, and I kind of hope they draw that back. You know, what I kind of hope for the album is that we don't get any of the EP songs on the album, and that they start fresh with a whole new batch of songs, just to make the EP as their beginning mark, and then we have an album that is maybe a little bit more cohesive and more well put together. But yeah, we'll see what we get. Can't wait to get into this, because I am definitely interested to see where we're headed. For obviously this has to be an album cycle, I'm hoping anyway. Might be another EP, who knows. But with all that being said, let's dive into this, because I'm very interested on hearing where we're going with this. So yeah, this is Angel Wings by President. Let's get it. Some people wear masks to hide, others to be free. Anonymous. Okay. So maybe that's a little bit of lore. Okay.
I stopped dreaming in colors, just seeing the shades of black. Keep thinking I see your face, and then the shape retracts. A line on the table, a gun with a target, man. No need to shoot it now. I'm not infectious.
It's a bit of auto-tune effect, but it's very subtle.
I'm not infectious yet.
Ooh, okay. I like the way that came in. Still don't like the President mask. Very cringe face, like I don't like it. Okay, I'm really liking the drawn back vocal effects, making it a little bit more raw. Can we keep this pace, please? Need this. Oh, okay.
I'm just spinning in circles. Head forward, I can't look back. Keep thinking I hear your voice, but then it always cracks. Will I ever be able to be rid of
Okay, this sounds the most Sleep Token-y kind of song that they've had so far. Getting real reminders of Sleep Token on this one.
My God. Why have you forsaken me?
Okay. This is definitely like Fight Star through and through. Really digging how the song is progressing too.
I don't mind if you say it, no. You carry me out of the fire, but nothing ever seems to change. Guess it's safe to say.
See, this is what we need. Less effects. I hope this continues. Oh, okay. Nice lead into the breakdown. Ooh. Oh, the scrapes too. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. I think there's a lot to unpack on this one. Well, yeah, definitely am excited that we finally are getting a more raw sound, very similar to Fight Star, might I add. If, again, I've said this before, if you're just listening to President and you've never heard Fight Star before, go check them out. Obviously, they want to keep anonymous on who they are, but us fans, we know who the lead singer of President is. There's no denying it now at this point. But I'm still probably going to be on the safe side and not mention it. I know a lot of people are frowning upon, you know, speculation and all that stuff. So better to just be safe and not mention his name. But yeah, I really do feel the reminders of Fight Star throughout this track, mixed with Sleep Token, you know. Granted, of course, the Sleep Token kind of vibe that we had throughout the entire EP as well was very much present, but what drew it and separated it away from each other was the overuse of vocal effects, right? Because Vessel, if we're talking about Sleep Token, Vessel uses vocal effects to an extent, but not overuse, right? Not the complete auto tune and, you know, stuff like that. So it can very much be a little bit different in that sense. This sounded more similar to that aspect, but without being like the total like hornycore kind of vibe, I guess. This was more of a natural emotional track, and might I add too, I feel like we're getting some freaking lore out of this, but again, it's kind of like lore that doesn't have a damn thing to do with the President mask or the name President. You would think with a band named President that there would be like some sort of like election or something like that, some sort of like presidential lore, you know, which kind of you know, I don't really understand yet, and I feel like a lot of people too don't really like the mask, especially like how it has that like kind of cringe face. It's just something that bothers me. The one thing that always reminds me is you know, the comparison that Middleburg has made in the past. I can't remember the movie name at the moment, but every single time I see the mask, I always think of that now because it's the same freaking thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed this track the most. And maybe the lore isn't so much of a presidential lore, but maybe it's more of a personal lore. You know, maybe because I kind of felt like maybe the idea of the mask kind of thing, that's what this was a little bit of about. You know, obviously we have a kid in the video doing drawings, and at the end we see him hold up the mask to his face kind of thing, to maybe hide his identity and to be free at the same time, as that quote at the beginning said, right? So maybe that's the lore. I don't know. It's very, I guess, up to interpretation on the lore, on how we incorporate it into their music. But I definitely would love to see a more like political side, I guess, if we're going that president route, right? This is again why, like, I don't know how that cohesively comes together. You know, if they're gonna present lore, it should have been more of a political lore rather than like what they're providing. So maybe the presidential thing and everything is all just marketing and everything, maybe to just get clicks and whatnot, and they're providing like a different type of lore to the story. I don't know, but yeah, definitely I feel like this might be President's best song yet, just because of how natural it sounds. Very well produced, obviously. I mean, we're talking about, like, if you compared to Fight Star, we're talking about like very well known and educated, talented musicians here that are you know, great at what they do. You know, I love even seeing like a lot of people now with President, they're checking out Fight Star music, you know, just because of this band alone. People are checking out Fight Star, like Steve OG. I gotta shout out Steve OG for that, because he is willing to check out the Fight Star music. And granted, he's got comparisons, some criticisms as well, which are fair, definitely. But you know, there's such a natural sound to what we have in this track, and I greatly appreciate that. Now, the question is, are we going to continue to get that? You know, is that something that is going to stick around now for this album or EP, whatever's going to be coming out now? Is that something that is going to continue? Which I do hope that they completely draw back on the vocal effects, because the amount of vocal effects on this song was the perfect amount. Had a little bit of auto-tune, pitch correction here and there, had some like distortion effects as well. You know, that's very much something that a lot of people were complaining about with the debut EP, and I hope that this is something that we are sticking through with now for the album or EP, whatever's coming out next. But yeah, whenever they drop a new single, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be checking it out because I'm very much intrigued. I've been a Fight Star fan for a very long time. You know, I've been a fan of You Know Who for a very long time as well. Just not so much on his pop music, but that's fine. I don't have to listen to everything. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the reaction here. Let me know your thoughts of the lore, the music video, the song itself. What did you all think? What is your interpretations of everything? Give me your thoughts, because I want to know everyone's thoughts on this. This is going to be an interesting one for up for interpretation. So definitely am interested on hearing everyone's thoughts on that. But with all that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. It'll be listed down below in the description. And yeah, that's about it. I've been Seanbox. Keep shining on everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.